Hello?
Is that there, DORTMUND FM?
Ah, Mr. Chairman.
Just calling about a pronunciation incident yesterday.
No, yeah, about that. I was going to ring you, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
No,
surprise,
it said... No, it was a surprise to me, too. It's Chihuahua.
I
Yes.
see.
No. Well, no, honestly, looking back at the comments, I would say I got away with it. So, yeah, Chihuahua. I know. I kind of, yeah.
Wait, so it wasn't an act?
No, it wasn't an act. I genuinely didn't know how to say it, which is weird.
Have you ever said Chihuahua before? Or?
Yeah, I've always known how to say Chihuahua.
I see.
Yeah.
Just never seen
But
it
just
written
not... No, I've never seen it written down, apparently.
down. Very weird indeed.
Yeah, bit embarrassing. But, you know, as I said, I think I got away with it. Don't think anyone noticed. So...
Well, if you say so,
Alright, yeah.
well, good luck today, you know.
Thank you, yeah, well, yeah, thanks, yeah. Well, I'll do my best.
That's all we can ask.
Alright, speak to you soon. Alright, thanks very much.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye. Lovely. That's... People aren't going to let me forget that, are they? Good. Hello there, gang. Welcome back to Central Park Rangers. And after last episode, where we beat very comfortably a 1-0 victory over UA Chihuahua. Chihuahua. Oh God. Since then, 3 wins and 2 defeats. That's right, 2 defeats. Disappointing. Some games as well that we were pretty lucky to even be a part of. Gavin Lands. Oh, pronunciation. Just stick with the ones you know, Ben. Beat BFDM 3-2. That's simple. Christmassy as well, which I like. Charlotte Eagles beaten, Michigan Bucks beaten, but if you look at the league table, you can see that those two sides are down the bottom there, so yeah, you'd expect us to beat them. Disappointingly, didn't beat them by the scorelines I was maybe hoping for. Some teams have smashed them sort of 7s and 8s, and we just, quite routine, 3 and 2-0. And then a 2-1 defeat to Real Zamora, which on the surface, when you look at the league table, I was kind of disappointed. They're a side that were in 14th, and I thought really we should be beating them, but actually, when I looked at their squad, if you look at a few of the players in their squad, it kind of makes sense. They've got some really capable lone players in that I don't necessarily think they had at the very start of the season. But yeah, they've got some decent players that we don't have. And today, we are hit by injury, suspension and otherwise. I say suspension, no one's suspended. But we are hit with a little bit of a fatigue issue. Lots of players played a lot of football recently, so we're going to have to rest a couple. And our team today isn't its most fullest, it's fair to say. Let's sort you through it though before we play this rival game against Long Island Rough Riders, which I've got to say is a fantastic name to play any side. I think they go by LIRR for short, so Lure or La, or no, not La, Ben. That's an. I need to go back to school. Right, so for us then, Farino will be in goal, McTurk at right back, Thompson at left back, Bibbs and Samayo in the centre, with Caraccio in the centre of the midfield, with Mashur Cheddar, which is, I'm aware that's not how you say it, viewers. That one I am doing on purpose. Bement will play alongside him with Segbers, Solis and Zaid. Solis is a young player who isn't the greatest left wing you've ever seen, but with the way it is right now, we need him to play out there. Con is injured, Shutoff's unavailable too, and Marasovic is not really prepared to play this one either. He's not really fit enough to feature for us. So, yeah, not as strong on this left-hand side. Bement's a decent midfielder, it must be said. We should maybe change him to an attacking central midfielder. Yeah, go on then. Have a go at that, sunshine. And the big news, of course, though, is that Zaid is back in the side and hopefully will score a couple for me. 12 in 10 so far this season. It's worth noting that while that is impressive, some of the guys in this division have taken control of things. You've got Brian Brown, who's a very capable striker, who has got lots of goals. 21 in 16. It's terrifying. Plays for Reno, which is how it's said to you. It's not Renault, like someone said yesterday. Right? It's not a car company, idiots. Reno, I knew that. Of course it is. Obvious, isn't it, when you think about it? Obvious. Right, into this first game. Let's see how we do. Looking really for Segbers and Zaid to be the key men here. They've got Oguay up front. It's worth saying that Long Island's Rough Riders, they're not the greatest side in this division. Down in there in 19th, a team that we should batter. So let's hope for some fun football. As much as it's a rivalry, that's in name only. They're pathetic. They're like the Thamesmead of this shebang, if you watched last series. Right, we'll start with a bit of 2D classic, because I'm treating myself, if anything. They're starting a player who's injured and really unfit to play this game, but shout out to Tom Lee, obviously American cousin of Lee, so nice to see him here. Alright, considering they're not very good, I kind of thought we would be scoring at least 3 or 4 by now, but as half an hour ticks over, it's still 0-0. You can see we're currently in 6th position. We've fallen a little bit, and we're very much in this playoff conversation, but we're certainly by no means an absolute favourite for it. There's sides above us now that have taken control of this league a little bit. And now we've just dropped out there, as I say all that. Right, we need a win desperately, and we should get it, to be honest. As that challenge comes in there by Sapiro, and it looks as if the referee's going to send him off. And I'm all for that referee. Oh, he's gone. Cheerio, mate. Goodbye. Have a long walk. It's a free kick as well. That'd be little solace to them. Because he's little solace as he's on the ball, is he here? Oh, a great first touch. Now, can he get the ball into the centre? Finds mature Cheddar. Gives it back to Solis. So the ball goes into the middle. So he's there. Usually he scores some headers in that area of the pitch, but not this time. Solis gets it back to Thompson. And both of our left-sided players are over on this right-hand side. Oh, the shot comes in there from Beaumont. I mean, that's what you want to see. Brian Beaumont, BB we're going to call him from now on, because is it Beaumont? It's probably Beaumont, the way it's actually written. I don't know. Anyway, regardless of what happens, it goes in the back of the net, viewers. Thompson finds the ball into the centre. It's laid off to Beaumont, who puts it into the back of the net. A lovely finish from him. What a strike. And look, we've even put some lovely flags over there now. That looks nice. Got a burger van. We've got some flags. It's lovely. Helping the local economy. That's important to New York. Central Park needs more visitors. Right, you can see from that first half, 70% possession. They've not had a shot, viewers. That's poor. You must watch some of these live comps and think, how is he losing games? I ask myself the same questions. I feel like in every single one of these we've done, I've just battered the team. Or, like, at least in the stats, we've battered them. You'll notice there, Gavin Lanes, I think that's, I'm not sure how you say it. Regardless, they beat us, and they're obviously one of the better sides in the division. As Thompson's ball in on the hour mark. Bibbs is there, denied, flipping heck. Something about Nick Bibbs that I feel like me and Nick Bibbs have got a bond already. 65 minutes gone. It's at that point in the game where you might start thinking it might changes, but let's look to score a second before we even consider that, really. As Segbers on that right-hand side, him and Zaid have combined a lot, but they're playing very defensively. Zaid still gets there. Oh, and he flicks it onto the back post. A lovely finish. Eamon Zaid, we've not seen too much from him in recent episodes, but he's back in the big time, scoring goals for fun, and this was a lovely header. It's out with the Segbers on that side. I said it before the game, these are the two that have got to combine, and you think about how many players are in the centre. Zaid makes the move to the front post, and a cushioned, lovely, dinked header. It was majestic. That was very nice. The Thames Park Rangers fans go wild. They're throwing sticks, there's conkers going on, it's madness. All right, Zaid, I want fit for the next game, really. So Lachini's going to come on just for the last few minutes of the game. Obviously, we've got to be careful with Zaid, getting a little bit older. Missed the last game that we lost, by the way, because he was away on international duty. There's a theme that's becoming of everything. And they've got a chance here. Surely not. I mean, Ferlino's messed that up. They've still got an opportunity. They've had 2 shots in the space of 10 seconds, and they're only 2 shots of the game. It's a corner now for them, though. I mean, there's no comeback here, is there? No, that's a free kick to Central Park Rangers. You can see it wasn't in, viewers. Confirmed. Because we all needed that, didn't we? We all needed that, Sports Interactive. It wasn't obvious with the naked eye. Then again, they know I can't read, so they're probably just doing me a favour. And that's time up then. Central Park Rangers come away with a victory. Long Island Rough Riders, to be fair, with 10 men, actually did pretty well. They had a man sent off and we scored almost immediately. But all things considered, considering how bad they are, should I be disappointed? I feel a bit disappointed. Well done, lads. Good win for us. It is a good win, though. Gets us back on winning ways. And we've got a game coming up against Yale Malkin, who I said would play. We've played them earlier this season, and they beat us. Did they on the first day of the season, was it? So, yeah, time for a bit of redemption. Let me just confirm that with my own eyes. No, it was a draw. Well done, Ben. No, it was a defeat. It was in the cup. Sorry, I'm losing my mind here. Yeah, we lost in the cup to them. This is time for some revenge. Right, they're back again for game 2, and the league table was quite interesting now. We've slipped out of the promotion spaces because we're now a game behind most of the other sides in the positions above. So it's time to bounce back, and a win today will see us push ourselves, but I say, back into those playoff positions, a place that I would really like to be. First season, being that competitive would be fantastic, especially when, striker-wise, this might be as strong as we are for some time. How long is Z's contract? Okay, so it is up at the end of this. Well, that's a worry. We'll see how we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Team-wise, everything remains the same, other than Shutoff comes in on that left-hand side. That could be actually all it matters to make such a difference in this side. You can see everyone this season is playing very, very well. Lots of 7-point-something ratings, so we should really be top of the league and winning it comfortably, but that's not the case. I think because we're able to beat up on some teams, it just distorts the ratings a little bit, and in more competitive leagues, that's just not the case. All right, then the games begin. Where we are. We are in the green and gold. They are in the blue, and it's sort of a yellow kit number, which I can get on board. And of course, a side that we lost to in our first ever game. Let's see then, or competitive game, I should say. Let's see if we can get revenge on them today. They sit around 9th position, so only a couple of points behind us, but goal difference-wise, you can see there's a bit of a gulf between them and everybody else. Right, the only thing to bring you now in terms of news is that it's 32 degrees, and we've had a booking. Half an hour gone. Whew, it's big news. I think my worry is that if we don't win this sort of game, the automatic spots just become less and less likely. And actually, you can see we've drawn almost as many games as anybody else. Like, this is at 0-0. Half-time. Well, that was exhilarating, wasn't it, Furious? They've had a shot, but it's been... I mean, we've had a highlight, so it's next to nothing, really. I noticed there that Chihuahua are leading. They're a very good side, actually. You could say they're the dog bollocks. The amount of dog jokes I could have made. It's a corner to us, though, Zay, to put it into the centre. Looks for Shotov at the back post. He finds Segbers, who heads in at that back post. Lovely worked corner to the back post. Plays it to the other post, and Segbers is there to nod home. We're looking at it again in 3 dimensions. The crowd are going wild. It's a capacity crowd here. Not that many behind the goal, but Segbers can't miss from there, can he, really? No one's here to see it, but we lead 1-0. There's 170 in the ground, 24 away fans. We've taken 24 away fans. That's just wives and girlfriends of most of the squad, so don't take much from that, to be honest. All right, time's just ticking by here as, we've got ourselves another free kick. 2-0 would be lovely. Bibbs was there. I thought it was, do you know what, it was cleared. I thought it might have been a penalty, though. So he gets it back as we continue to apply some pressure. Thompson on his wanderer left foot. Can he get it into the centre? Well, he's lost out, and it's played up towards Rodriguez. And could this be their first chance to do anything in the game? They've had no highlights so far. The silver goes through. That would have made me very angry. It's a free kick to us somehow in all of that. All right, team-wise, he's looking complacent. He's not had the best of games either. Perry's going to come on up front to replace him, and Con's going to come in for Shutov on the left-hand side. And they've got a corner. Hanley plays it towards that back post, swings it in. It's just about kept in on that side. The silver's there. Ferrino saved it. Well, that is a turn-up for the books. Well, I never. I mean, who saw that coming? Surprisingly, Ferrino did, who we've seen in previous episodes. He's not the most competent of goalkeepers. It's a free kick to them late on. Flipping heck, can we not be doing this now? This seems to be a theme that we dominate games, but we're not having huge advantages, and then teams think we may as well go for it, and late doors have a lot of chances. We've conceded loads of late goals because of it. Right then, we'll see. This should be that, though, I'm assuming, as that ball forward isn't the best, and revenge looks as if it's best served. 1-0. I think they're from Mexico as well, so we'll take that. A long travel day. Lovely stuff. And yeah, 2 wins on the bounce. They're doing very well. Let's take a look at the league table and see where that stands us. 2 very close games, that must be said, as Chihuahua, they bit their hands off at a 1-0 win. Oh, shut up. You can't make jokes about it now. You've ruined it. We're in 5th position, though, 40 points. Still in touching distance of actually getting an automatic spot, but again, not too far away. And the sides behind us, and as you saw there, very closely contested match. So let's not write them off quite yet then, as next time we meet, we'll probably be in the January period towards the end. Let's play Vegas. Why not? Let's have a little bit of Vegas in there and see what we do against them, and I'll play some of the games through January. Unless stuff happens in January, it may well do. If you enjoyed today's episode, please do drop a like on it. I'll say that if I don't usually do weekend uploads, but if we hit 2,000 likes in today's video, I'll promise you now, we will upload a video over the weekend. So we love with care for this. So next time, maybe I'll see you this weekend. Goodbye.